Still cooking the bedroom blues. Now, they told me radiation might mess with my energy, maybe my bladder. Cool. I can deal with that. But what they didn't say that 6 months later, I'd be in the bedroom looking at my woman like, baby, give me 45 minutes and a miracle and I'll be able to get with you. Well, it used to take me that long to do. Now it takes me, ain't none of your business. Stop talking about me. But radiation just don't cook your prostate. It unplugged the whole bedroom light switch. And you got to do more than just go to the store and get a battery or two. You're going to have to rebuild that whole thing. Let's call it what it is. Erectile dysfunction. Radiation, what it does, it cooks your wiring down there, fellas. Your soldier ain't retired, but he damn sure on disability. I'm just saying, you used to be a rocket launcher. Now you're like, a confetti popper on a good day. Orgasms still show up, but the fireworks, you might pop a cork and nothing come out. That's how serious it is. So you might as well get your head into the game. Number one, you're living. Number two, if you're able to get in the game whatever you can. But here's what happens. You see, erections fade over time because the blood vessels and the nerves can get fried in the blast zone of radiation. And the ejaculate, the gooey stuff in the middle, well, that goes from a full waterfall into some cases a desert drought. It's parched and dry. Sometimes it's just a sneeze with no confetti. Empty. An orgasm still possible, but sometimes it's like clapping with oven mitts on. You feel it, but it just ain't what it used to be. You got to make a conscious effort to come back from something like this. You can't just sit around and wait for your body to get better. You have to actively do some things. And they do give us some options. I mean, what do they give us? They give us blue pills, Viagra. They give us Cialis. Basically jumper cables for your Johnson, Pop that pill, sit around waiting, boom, and you're charging. Kind of like a e-vehicle, right? If that don't work, they say bring out the pump. Not a water pump, not a bicycle pump, okay? But it's a Johnson pump, like causes vacuum, Yeah, that's right. They turn your manhood into a Dyson vacuum attachment. You pumping and pumping and pumping and praying nobody walk in and like, what are you doing to yourself? I'm in the mood for love. And then they give you injections. Yeah, they got a shot that you can put right on the side of your Johnson to get you going. And brother, that's when you know you love somebody. When you're willing to stab your own manhood, boom, in the side, just so it can salute again. I had a traumatic experience because they let you just try out stuff just to see if it would work. I didn't like how casual the doctor just juked a whole needle this big through my Johnson. Like I was just sitting up there asking for, Girl Scout cookies or something. I'm just talking along and he's like, yeah, and you, this here, and he says, and it's no big deal because it's a little small grade needle and just shoom. And I mean, I saw that thing go in there. I literally had a traumatic event. But you got to do what you got to do, right? Now, if the pills, the pumps, and the pokes don't do it, you got to call a surgeon. And you know what you're going to have to do? You got to go West Coast on that doggone situation. Like them hydraulics, them cars, a deuce and a quarter, or them Chevrolets, like, well, they do have this thing that helps you out. If none of those things work, pills, pumps, shots, that means you're really reaching, right? But they do have implants they can put in there. It's a hydraulic system. It's in your scrotum. You push a button and it bing and it's ready to take off. And you're basically part cyborg, Iron Man, but in the bedroom. Well, You got to do what you got to do. I mean, radiation can take a lot from you. But in the bedroom, it teaches you humility. And you know what? It teaches you some creativity. You got toys. You got different options, types of intercourse and intimacy and affection. Use those. Open up your mind to an array of different things to explore that you may not ever explore before in your life. Well, this is the time to learn something new. You, an old dog, get to learn some new tricks, or somebody else is going to be on your woman. Cancer will teach you to redefine intimacy. And if you laugh about it together, you'll be able to enjoy those good times together. That's when you know your love is stronger than what your prostate ever was. And most importantly, don't lie to yourself. Don't put yourself under undue pressure. You know you're not going to be able to pump things up in 5 minutes. Don't put yourself through that. But most importantly, that's why you have to make an active effort to recover your body, and don't sit around and wait for it to heal. You have to actively go after your healing. So you need to eat the kind of things that add nitric oxide to your body. You need to eat some beets and some arugula and all that other stuff that you don't think is worth nothing. But let me tell you something. If you could eat beets, arugula, and watermelon rinds, and Joe Johnson will come back as a full soldier, you know what you would be doing? You'd be cramming that. I'm talking about your soldier come back like this. You know what you would be doing? You would be a watermelon rind eating, beet crunching, arugula chowing down you know what, wouldn't you? So you better get to eating and exercising, because if not, your bedroom life is going to be just like this.